Are you someone who is creative and there's an idea you would like to pursue, but you have a hard time seeing your project through and getting it completed? If that's true for you, what do you need to bring your idea to reality? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Hope Weinstein. I'm the author of The Creative Toolbox, a practical guide to discovering and using your creativity, and I love helping people as they navigate their creative journeys. When you have identified something that you would like to create, it's such a great feeling. But of course, an idea is just an idea until you have devoted the time and energy needed to create something. To be successful creatively, some practicality is required. You can have great ideas, but without action, nothing can grow. There are endless numbers of talented people who don't reach anywhere near their potential because they're inconsistent in working on their craft. Creativity isn't enough. You also need to put in the work to make your ideas come to life. What you need is a work ethic. What is work ethic? According to Alexander Pantelakis, a content specialist at Workable.com, work ethic is a set of values guiding professional behavior, encompassing integrity, responsibility, quality, discipline, and teamwork. It's crucial for success as it drives productivity, fosters employee satisfaction, and enhances a company's reputation, thereby contributing to individual and organizational achievements. Even if you're not part of a team and you're working by yourself, for yourself, the values of professional behavior, integrity, responsibility, quality, and discipline are crucial to completing creative work. And these values are necessary, whether working for yourself, in a partnership, or for someone else. To be productive, feel satisfied with your work, and achieve. It sounds like a no-brainer, right? Applying a set of values to do a good job is essential for completing anything you aspire to do. However, when it comes to developing and applying a work ethic to our creative projects, it may not be as simple as it seems, especially if you're used to working in the corporate world or any institution really, and have adapted to having limits placed on your work ethic. What do I mean by this? Well, often many of us have unconsciously accepted that we should underachieve in the workplace. Anthony Chen, researcher, developer, and innovator, gave a TED Talk, which I'll link in the description below. He stated that if you've been employed by a company, it is likely that you were conditioned to keep your work ethic below your potential. This often happened even if you started your position with enthusiasm and felt ready to get right to work. You experienced this if you were discouraged by coworkers from keeping up with the demands of the position, or encouraged to work more slowly, always leaving several important things to be addressed on the back burner. Why would people be encouraged to work more slowly and below their potential? The reasoning is that if you are not as efficient, it will look like your position will always be needed, since there's more work left to do. As we're now in the age of artificial intelligence, there may be more desperation than ever to look like you're needed at work. But Chen argued, and creatives need to pay particular attention to his reasoning, that we need to overcome this group mentality to underachieve, because there will always be someone from another company or another country who will be the one to innovate. This goes back to the values that make up one's work ethic. The person who decides to innovate does so because he or she values innovation over fear of job loss or change. So what do you choose? Stagnation or innovation? If the latter choice is for you, here are 3 mindset hacks you can adopt to develop a better work ethic for manifesting your creative ideas. Number 1, develop curiosity. When you're curious, you are more likely to solve big problems and find solutions than when you try the same things over and over with the same dissatisfying results. Following your curiosity does require taking some risks. However, there would be no innovation without risk-taking. Anytime you notice some gadget or invention that makes your life easier or better, remember that it started with one person or a team of people who were curious and took a risk to innovate. Ways to develop curiosity include questioning long-held assumptions and asking if they are relevant to the time and circumstance you're in, asking what-if questions and how can I do things differently, collaborating with other people so you get perspectives from others of different backgrounds and areas of expertise, and adopting a growth mindset, which is focusing on having learning experiences rather than winning. When you have a growth mindset, you tend to be more innovative than when you focus on being competitive. Number 2, be open to change and uncertainty. When you are open, you are able to embrace new ideas and approaches and see challenges as growth opportunities. Understand that your abilities are not determined fully by natural talent. Abilities can really improve with dedicated effort. So stay open to possibility and do the work required for anything you wish to create. Stay open in your conversations by being an active listener and giving and receiving constructive feedback. View mistakes and failures as learning and growth opportunities rather than setbacks. Sometimes learning from your mistakes is more valuable than what you gained from your successes. Number 3, focus on finding solutions. Rather than dwelling on your problems, keep your focus on developing innovative solutions to them. Ask yourself or your collaborators open-ended questions like, how can we ... to keep solutions rather than challenges at the forefront. Create a space that feels comfortable for brainstorming unconventional ideas or trying out ideas that may fail without judgmental responses. And when failures occur, identify what went wrong and what could be done differently next time to improve your outcome. What are some things that you do to maintain an innovative and creative mindset? Comment down below. You never know who your comment may help. Well, that's it for now. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more creative tools. See you soon.